As I ventured toward the port of Los Angeles, the first thing that struck me were the enormous arms of the cranes which rose from the horizon. They seemed to reach into the sky as if begging for something, or paying homage to a god or a deity of some sort. Bare beams of 15-story majesty they were. A dream? Easily could have been one. If you told me that I was heading toward a nightmarish scene from the movie War of the Worlds, well, I would have believed you. If you knew me, you would know that I'm not a city person. Actually, I plan on leaving soon to build my dream home from shipping containers. But I figure while I still live only minutes from one of the busiest ports in the U.S., I may as well take a self-guided tour of the seemingly endless gallery of docks from where potentially the containers used for my home could originate. Shown in countless Hollywood movies, the famous South Bay fixture called the Vincent Thomas Bridge gave me a mesmerizing vantage point where I could bear witness to the immense sea of containers for which the area is known. Naval Station Long Beach used to be located just on the other side of the bridge, where prominent naval vessels like the USS New Jersey and the USS Missouri once docked. Now what you find are offloading areas for containers full of goods and merchandise and vehicles on which many Americans so heavily depend. You also find the abandoned containers as well, stacked many high. At last rough estimate, there are nearly 750,000 containers sitting along the ports in the U.S. alone. We aren't a manufacturing for export sort of country anymore. We are importers for the most part, evidenced by the spent, abandoned containers, hollow and echoey and happy for a slight bump of attention found when a new container is set on top. A lonely, sad sort of pseudo-life, almost akin to being left on the side of the road like a broken-down vehicle not worth fixing, emptied of its contents like a hungry animal, neglected and starved of its usefulness. That's where we can apply our love for the environment and utilize these castaways and bring out their untapped glory and protective qualities. After cruising around the port, my eyes wide with the fascination of a child lost in an aquarium of fish, I decided to find an appropriate spot and pull over to garner a closer look at the containers and the monstrosities that picked them up like toy blocks. I had to actually feel what the containers would feel if they were alive. I had to breathe in the salty, diesely air that blanketed them day in and day out. It's sort of weird to feel sorry for inanimate bodies of formed metal, but I think of the duty they had served and feel like they deserve a second life, a second useful life as someone's home. Upon doing my initial research about container homes online, I uncovered a CNN video about a home built from shipping containers here in the South Bay of Los Angeles County. Luckily, my girlfriend had already seen it before I met her, so she knew exactly what street it was on. Though we all have our preferred taste in design, I was impressed with the energy and the vision used in the building of the home. It was worth a second pass. Why did I make this video? I call it spreading the awareness of potential. If you are interested in container home building, there are many resources online and you can always visit my website, containerist.com. Hope to see you there.